welcome back to the channel. Today we find ourselves back on what we call the Appalachia Loop. Now if you're familiar with this channel, you know we did 3 episodes on this loop about a year ago. This time we are doing it in reverse and taking the time to visit some places and routes we just left undone last time. Don't worry, most of the footage in this video will be new. There's just so much to see on this loop. We have some traveling companions with us this trip, Keith and Melissa, who actually introduced us to overlanding. They were not able to join us last time we did the loop and have been dying to see it ever since. A little history on the Appalachia Loop. It is a combination of parts of the Smokey Mountain 1000, parts of the Georgia Traverse, parts of the Big Frog Loop, some waypoints we obtained from Lifestyle Overland, and some places we found while exploring this region. We have been refining it for the last 2 years, trying to make a 4 to 5 day route that allows plenty of time to enjoy the sights along the way. We are currently headed down the east side of the Big Frog Loop, and it didn't take long to see some interesting footage. Hope you enjoy the episode. You never know what you're going to find on the trail. Big old rattlesnake. He's a little irritated. He's a little nervous, but not too bad. Pretty cool. Yep. Good morning. This is day 2 on our, 4 or 5 day adventure here on the back on the Appalachia Loop. We're at our camp spot. We found a nice camp spot, a few hours in, and it's right by a creek. And I just want to show you that real quick before people start getting up and moving around. So this is where we're parked. Everything's set up in the back, really. Now it's right off the road, but I remember one car coming by during the night, maybe a couple of vehicles while we're sitting here at the campfire. Just been sitting here by the fire this morning drinking some coffee. Now the reason we chose this side, I'm going to walk down here and show you. It's a pretty nice little location. Nice little creek running through here, and which made for some good sleeping. Beautiful little area. Well, it's time to get underway. Day 2's adventure. Headed east. Probably gonna hit part of the Georgia Traverse and see what we can get into. So that's our route right there. We're up here on the portion of the Big Frog Loop, fixing to take an exit and hit part of the Georgia Traverse. So we'll just check back with you on the trail. Alright, we decided as a group to make a detour and go see the Tacoa River swinging bridge. The Tacoa River swinging bridge is well worth the detour. It's feels a little sketchy. It sure does swing, and the views are up here and are just spectacular. And I suggest walking up and down the riverbank just a little bit because there's some cool places. Anyway, we're about to head on back and get back on the trail, so we'll catch you in a minute. Found a camp spot. We were running short on time coming up in this Cooper's Creek area. We're trying to camp near one of the exits of the route so we can exit up to Warren, North Carolina, to go to church in the morning. And this is what we found. It's not too far from where me and Carol camped last year, but this is right up here near an old cemetery. Now, if you guys are scared to camp near a cemetery, it's probably smart, but we're not that smart. So anyway, this is a very old cemetery. Graves 1819 to 1863, 1888, 1900, and probably a lot of them older than that are unmarked. Very cool. We'll be very respectful of this area. I always hate even walking through it, but you can't really, it's hard to tell where they lie. So okay, so Sunday morning, we're all packed up ready to go. I just want to show you our camp spot. Campfire there, graveyard just right up the pathway, and it's not a big spot. You can fit a couple vehicles up in here, barely. So, but it's really nice. I guess the mountain laurels are, I'm not sure what those are blooming, but they are beautiful up in this area. It's very quiet. As always, on Saturdays, we try to find a camp spot where we can have access to get the worship services in the morning. We're all ready for that, and we're fixing to head that way, and we'll just pick up with you on the trail.
Like we're at Uncle Bill's. He just laid down in front of you.
Where you go?
You'll have to get up and shoo him off.
Move! Can I go around him?
I don't know. I'm scared you're gonna hit him.
No, he's moving.
And we're home.
I remember you saying you go through somebody, looks like somebody's yard.
We didn't have a dog lay down in front of us last time.
Yeah. The dog was just a new adventure.
So we made it as far as Ammon's Cove area, which is I guess part of, I'm not sure which national forest it is, but it's a road that comes up near Ammon's Creek, and it's got just several camp spots that are wild camp. Most of them are on the side of the road, but you don't have much room between the road and the creek anyway. And so we picked one. I was afraid they'd all be taken. Most of them were, but we found several that were open, and we're pretty happy with this one. It's tight, but it's got great creek access. Let me just show you around. We haven't quite set up camp yet. We get the awning out, but we're hungry, so the fire and the hot dogs or whatever we're having tonight take precedence. Ain't that right?
That's right.
So let me just kind of walk down here and take a look at the creek. A lot of these places are right on the creek, but some of them have multiple camps right next to each other. This one's by itself, and it had great creek access. So we grabbed this one. Nice little mossy area right here, grassy area. That is pretty. Yep, I believe we chose wisely. Get out here on a rock. So, there we go. A lot of people come down here and fish. I imagine there's some good trout in this stream. Maybe one of these days we'll bring fishing poles and do that. But anyhow, let's get up here and get some supper and get settled in for the night. All right, before we pack up and go, I just want to walk up the road, check out some more of this stream. This is just a beautiful area. So let me show you what I'm finding. Just a spectacular area just around every corner. that I found last time we come through here. This is one of the drops. This is not the big drop. We still got a little ways to go and it's thick. So we are coming up on the big drop, and there's a bunch of cascades right up through here that's just beautiful. This is one amazing place. Tell me that ain't good. Oh man, this is spectacular. Straighten up.
How much further we have to go before we get to the hard part?
I think there's another 2 or 3 miles. Not. Oh my word, Carol. Alright, let's just show you. Put it right where this power line is. So when she enters, she needs to enter right here. That's where her tire should be. Okay. That's going to be straight. That's pretty much straight on. All right. Well, that's going to be. She's going to be like. But you know, we went down that one there at the Nemo, and it was straight down. Yeah. You know? Well, let's give her a shot, I guess. This is pretty ugly. Pretty ugly, but we're gonna see if we can do it.
there's a big hole right there too.
All right, yeah, come over this way. Oh. Cut back this way a little bit. Keep going. Got it.
Unfortunately, every good adventure must come to an end. And at this point, we're nearing the end of this 5-day-long adventure. We have planned to stop at Bald River Falls and one more night of camping in the Cherokee National Forest as we complete our last evening on the trail. In the morning, we will begin the last leg of the journey, and then we will head to the house. Most of what we'll see on the way out, we videoed on our first trip around this loop. Be sure to check out our Appalachia video if you haven't already. This has been a great trip. All of the forest scenery on this route has truly been spectacular. It has also provided us with some challenging and fun trails to explore. However, it wasn't without any hiccups this time. We had a battery issue Sunday morning at our campsite, but were able to jump it off and get to church. But after coming out of church services, one of the vehicles wouldn't crank, period. Thankfully, we were in a shaded parking lot with auto stores less than 30 miles away. That's why you should always keep a set of tools in your gear. It was an unexpected delay, but thankfully we were able to recover with enough time to get in some nice trails and make it to the next campsite before dark. So sometimes the adventures aren't exactly as you plan them to be, so you just have to roll with it. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and as the song plays out, we'll show you some of the scenery we saw as we completed the last leg of this journey. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep it on the road less traveled. Dusty Buns Overland and Adventures.